What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. It's this video is coming out around 1 o'clock. Today's the big push. Here's a sample of as I push more memberships, I can cover spicier topics. So big push today to try and hit 200 new members. We're at 46 at the time of recording. So if you want to support the channel, I'll leave a link in the description and in the pinned comment. You can go join. I recommend Rare or Mythic. You know, there's good stuff going on in both. And we'll have more on that. I also have a couple of members-only videos already, and I plan on doing even more of those. Perhaps one about this later tonight. Now, have you noticed a lot of weirdness is going on out there? We've got the balloons. We've got, all the information that they dumped about UFOs. Similar things. Lots of distractions, some people might say. I can't know for sure, right? But interestingly, people like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Green have pointed out what many of us are also curious about, and that is it a distraction to finally be, just trying to distract people from the list? That's right, the list. Many people have speculated who's on the list to have visited that island, so to speak, an island where, to be fair, just because you went there doesn't mean you engaged in anything, bad. It's possible, just because you went there. I have questions about it if you were there. What were you doing there? What did you see? Certainly you saw something that shouldn't have been going on. Some of the people that have gone there many times, government leaders, things of that nature, once their names are public, then more of the appropriate amount of pressure can actually be provided to them. You saw this video of Tom Green where he released, saying they forgot to mention, hi, I'm Tom Green, and that forgot to mention the other reason this UFO information is coming out now is because they're trying to distract us from the fact that we're about to get released that list of visitors to the island. As well as what's going on in Palestine, Ohio, and everything going on in Ukraine. Like, I didn't know if this was real. Like, I thought it was like faked or something like that. But it's nuts. But even Aaron Rodgers floated conspiracy theories about the U.S. Okay, there is some wild stuff going on right now. Stuff that people are talking about that perhaps they want to slide in this potential list. Last night, a list was posted to the internet that many thought was real, but it turns out it was a little bit of an older one. With the real one, I assume everything I'm reading coming out, it could be any minute. If I had to guess, it'll be Friday afternoon, just as I'm starting my vacation. Oh, but you better believe I'm covering that. By the way, when I say vacation, I'm still going to be putting out videos. Just not as many. I'll just pick the top news stories of the day. So this thing here came out last night. Has the docs been released? More than 3 years after his passing, it is said further claims surrounding him and associates are to be released publicly in the coming months. A February 2023 report by the UK newspaper Daily Mail claimed that a batch of the soon-to-be unsealed court documents expected to include information pertaining to at least one public figure will be published soon. However, according to one social media post, that moment has come even sooner than expected since the tweet claims that the papers are already online. A tweet by so-and-so, posted on the 14th of February yesterday, has been viewed by more than 100,000 times. It reads that the docs are out. It's 2,024 pages. Here's a partial list of the creeps that were on the island. The image below the tweet included a list of public figures. A follow-up tweet linked to the document. The most recent report by the Daily Mail mentioning soon-to-be-released papers included a court-filed declaration from February 7th last week. It refers to alleged perpetrators or individuals accused of serious wrongdoing. These individuals are not named in the filing. However, the documents shared on Twitter are not an early release of the unsealed papers. The papers currently online were released back in 2019. They are unsealed from a lawsuit brought by Virginia Guffrey, I think, against his ex-wife. It was filed in the Southern District of New York. As reported by the Mail, while the soon-to-be-released documents are from the very same suit, they are not yet publicly available. The first release of the papers, archived by Insider, included a transcript of a 2013 interview where she described where she was giving hundreds of dollars of cash, luxury vacations, and shopping sprees by Jeffrey when she was just 15. It also included the names of celebrities of high-profile figures, including Prince Andrew and former President Bill Clinton. Crucially, the papers currently online are not the same as those talked about in the press at the moment. The fallout, of course, of her conviction and the 2019 passing of that loser, Jeffrey, has, of course, threatened the reputation of a number of high-profile figures. Is anybody out there just really surprised that she's still around? She must have agreed to keep the papers. She must have agreed to keep everything quiet or something like that. I mean, what went on there is obviously terrible. This list that was out last night, is not the new list. But the new list is coming this week and probably Friday, I'm guessing at 4 p.m. This article says, this will be huge. His associates will be exposed. Unsealing the documents containing the names of Jeffrey's associates and employees, as well as a few salacious claims to be released soon, according to the Daily Mail. This is referring to an article from a few days ago saying the final batch of documents containing these claims related to 167 of his associates, employees, and those on the receiving end of his bad behavior will finally be unsealed nearly 4 years after he passed. The material will be made public in the coming months, and DailyMail.com can reveal it is expected to include information pertaining to at least one public figure. The documents referred to alleged perpetrators, individuals accused of serious wrongdoing, as well as law enforcement officers and prosecutors, according to declaration filed Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, like, what about all these sweetheart deals that were that happened? Like, to me, it's just like this weird thing. And of course, you guys know I'm an eternal optimist, and that's why you're clicking the join button right now, because you want to be an absolute hero. I could probably forgive someone to have, going there once. Let's say you didn't know, right? Some rich guy's like, I got a private island. You want to come visit? Okay, fine. It's possible that that a certain person that came there didn't see anything or participate. It really is. However, if you're somebody that had been there a dozen times, 20, 30 times, 15 times, whatever, I have a different opinion of you. I strongly suspect that you probably know what was going on at minimum. And worst case, you were taking part in it. The remaining documents are now set to be released after dozens of John or Jane Does mentioned in the papers did not object to their names being made public, which DailyMail.com understands also includes the Duke of York. The individuals are not named in the February 8th filing. All of them appear set to be revealed when the documents are unsealed. Now, there are some lawyers that ask for, names to be redacted, especially if they were young at the time or things of that nature. It's so funny how quickly this story kind of went away. I mean, to be fair, both of them are in jail. Well, one of them's underneath it. But it was the whole story leading up to it, all the corruption, these alleged, blackmail documents or whatever, if they exist, right? If they existed, why is she in jail? That's kind of what's a little curious of me. I suppose at some point they had to say, well, it's beyond, maybe she gets a light sentence. Maybe she gets the cushiest possible penalties. Make no mistake about it. His wife was just as demonic as he was. And you have all these people that are coming out now. You have a huge list of people that will be named in this. It's going to be interesting when you got super big megastars like Aaron Rodgers talking about it. You got Tom Green talking about it. you know, it's going to be interesting. My prediction stands Friday, 5 o'clock is when it will drop, almost certainly. But it doesn't matter because I'm here and I will work and I will cover it. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you turn on your notifications. And if you haven't yet, please do consider joining. I will leave a link in the description to do that. This week is the biannual membership drive. And it would really help a lot if you just took a look at it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.